Hello and welcome back to Legal Action. When we left just before the break, we were talking with attorney Donald Ramsell about some of the legal implications of minors being just around alcohol, much less drinking and driving. And I think that this is a very important segment in the show. So Don, I would just ask you, you were actually giving us a little bit of your background. As one of Illinois' leading experts in this field, what would you say to the parents that are watching? I mean, really, this is such a serious problem that we're facing. What would you have to say to them about their teenagers and drinking and alcohol and the law?
Well, I think they really need to express to the kids that just being near the alcohol, if they really want their driver's license, they should stay away from alcohol or their friends with alcohol. The penalties have become so serious. For example, if you possess alcohol or you drink alcohol as a minor, even if you're not in the car, you're going to lose your license for 3 months automatically. That's the new law from this year, even if you are not driving.
Don, can you qualify or define for us what is a minor and how old?
Anyone under 21 is considered a minor for all of the alcohol laws.
Okay.
So if you're 20 years old and you're at college and you drink alcohol and you are arrested for that, you will lose your driver's license for 3 months for the first offense. Now, if you're in your car and you have alcohol in the car and you're a minor, you will lose your license for the first offense for 1 year. So that is just for having the alcohol anywhere in the vehicle. And this is not even talking about the actual, what we call DUI laws, right, similar to what adults may face. Right. Any minor, any person under the age of 21 with any amount of alcohol in their system, even 0.01, as we know, that's a very small amount for adults, right, will lose their license and can have it permanently taken away. Certainly for the second time, it would be a lifetime loss of driving privileges.
Don, are you seeing that in your practice? Do you see that occur sometimes?
I see it occur far too often, and it does become a very large family problem, so I'm sure Jeff's very familiar with that. And unfortunately, the amount that the courts can do, because some of these penalties are automatic and all the judge can do is enforce the law. So normally the judge is going to take a special role when it's a minor to hope that they can do something to prevent it from happening again. So the minor may be placed under a period of court supervision for up to 2 years where they need to report to the courts on a frequent basis. The courts may order counseling so that the minor has to complete alcohol and or drug counseling. The minor may have to perform public service. The minor may have to do community service and fines up to $2,500. And these are often just the starting levels.
Yeah.
The penalties can reach up to a year in jail, even for the first offense. And that's not even, that's for simple, small drinking episodes, if you will.
Yes, that we used to think perhaps was a rite of passage. Now the laws have become so stringent, haven't they, Don?
Absolutely.
This is a very, very serious offense now. Well, I have so many questions, it's hard to formulate them in my head. I'm wondering, for example, if a minor is pulled over and there is alcohol in the car and there's no evidence that he or she has been drinking the alcohol is closed, is that itself still an infraction of the law?
Yes, it is. That's called a minor in possession of alcohol.
Really?
So even if they haven't consumed it, everyone in that car is facing a 3-month suspension of their driving privileges.
Even the passengers?
Just for having that bottle there, even though it's sealed.
Kidding. Break
the seal on that bottle, and the driver suddenly faces that 1-year suspension.
Infraction.
case again and again. Fred mentioned it's been illegal to host an underage drinking party, and parents face up to a year in jail and up to a $2,500 fine if they host an underage drinking party. This year, if someone from that party injures another, those parents now face a Class 4 felony, up to 3 years in jail, and up to a $125,000 fine. And as we know from recent events, those types of injuries have happened in our communities, and
Yes.
they're happening far too frequently.
Yes.
So there's a number of laws that have been passed. There is a new law that was passed that makes it illegal and a crime to rent a room for minors for the purpose of drinking at hotels, because that is also something we see happen in the suburbs.
Yes.
So the hotel employees face Class A misdemeanors for that. Any person who pays for the hotel room faces a crime for that. Or any person who helps assist in any way to allow minors to be drinking in a hotel. All of them could face crimes. So the number of laws that are being passed in order to stop this from occurring are just spreading and continue to spread.
Well, it's an extremely important topic, and I'm glad that we had this opportunity to discuss it today. I would like to thank all of our panel members, Dr. Jeff Manassa, Attorney Fred Spitzeri, and Attorney Donald Ramsell. I would like to invite any of our viewers to contact any of our panel members. Virtually all of our panel members here can be reached via the internet.